Brenda used to walk these streets with pride. Her husband Chris, a patriot by her side. But the weight of the world came crashing down when the government tried to take the ground. They stole Chris away, said he was a threat, left Brenda alone with words of regret. CPS came knocking, took her children too, but Brenda stood tall like the sky so blue. Bring back Brenda, let her light shine bright. She's been trampled on, but she's ready to fight. Don't tread on her, she's got a heart so true. Through the darkest nights, she'll pull through. Every day she fights for what's been lost, pays the price, bears the cost. Whispers of hope through a podcast wave, telling her story, she'll be brave. In the heartland, they know her name, her struggle, her passion, her undying flame. She dreams of a day she'll hold them tight, Chris and the kids in the morning light. Bring back Brenda, let her light shine bright. She's been trampled on, but she's ready to fight. Don't tread on her, she's got a heart so true. Through the darkest nights, she'll pull through. Every day she fights for what's been lost, pays the price, bears the cost. Whispers of hope through a podcast wave, telling her story, she'll be brave. Oh, in the heartland, they know her name, her struggle, her passion, her undying flame. She dreams of a day she'll hold them tight, Chris and the kids in the morning light.
Well, isn't that lovely? Thank you for that beautiful song. This is also a good picture. I'm sending Darren some extra pictures now. I still didn't find the one I was originally. This is also a good one. I'm finding some good ones though. I mean, you can pick and choose. So how's everybody doing this morning? I swear I got so much. I instead of downloading my phone, I just went to Google and said, "Oh, can I get the extra?" Okay, and I never did find that picture that I was looking for. But I'm going to share these with Darren because these are always a fun time. So, well, this morning, I'm kind of excited because I've been getting my stuff together. I've been sending out some information to this federal attorney that's ready to, have a big shebang as far as, getting these judges arrested. And anybody that wants to get these judges arrested for their crimes is a friend of mine. I can tell you that. I'm going to send Darren one more thing. I don't know if I should have sent it through the messenger, but I am. So, all right, there you go. And there you go. I'm sending it to Vinny too. All right. So what's going on with you guys this morning? Any good fights that you're fighting? All right, it's Coffee Talk with Brenda. You ever see that on Saturday Night Live? Coffee Talk. Did anybody see that Saturday Night Live 50 years? I mean, finally they did something funny. Thank you. That's because they brought all the old people back. I thought that was pretty good. They did where they did like the alien in where they were captured by the aliens, and they have those guys are funny. I hate to tell you, they had also who's that?
Did they bring back a bunch of the former, like the former actors and actresses? Was it like a bunch of them come back, like Chevy Chase? And did they have like the original guys?
They didn't have Chevy Chase. They did have one of the original ladies, that red haired, long haired lady. Not Jane Curtin. I'm thinking so many of them are passed away now. They had Steve Martin on there. And of course, who's the other guy that does the Murders in the Building? Can't think of his name. Martin Short. But they had Eddie Murphy.
Wow. I didn't even know Eddie Murphy was still alive.
Yes, yeah, he did the. In fact, that was funny because he did the.
The hot tub.
Scare him straight. They're kind of trying to scare him straight in the jail. That was a good one.
Oh, I was hoping that you were going to say that in the hot tub. Ow, hot water. In the hot tub.
And they also did like Debbie Downer. I always liked the Debbie Downer, but they had that. Oh my God, I can't stand that one guy anymore. That came in, the woke guy. Who's that actor that we can't stand now? Robert De Niro. Oh Lord.
Oh man, I know. Until he opened his mouth about politics, I loved Robert De Niro so much.
I loved the movies he did with Ben Stiller or whatever. Like, yeah, that was good.
Well, I mean, I'm all about. Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
I love, obviously Goodfellas and Casino, and all of his mob movies are great. But man, he started talking trash about Trump and politics, and I'm like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to ruin yourself?
He's a nut. That's why. Hey, Debbie.
I mean, their job is to entertain us, not to try to, persuade us.
My favorite one, my favorite one is where they had oh my God, how can I think of the guy that did Natural Born Killers? How come I can't think of his name?
Woody Harrelson. Woody
Harrelson. Woody Harrelson. They did the abduction, the space abduction, and then they talk about it at the Pentagon. And they had John Hamm was one of the people that was questioning him. John Hamm is very funny. I love him.
That's funny.
Oh man, yeah, that's what I say. And I haven't really watched it in a while because it's like such a disappointment, one disappointment after the other. But my son happened to be over for lunch, and I'm like, hey, did you see the new SNL? And he's like, no. So at lunchtime we watched like 3 of these sketches. We were laughing our asses off, and that's what you need is that's why I need some more comedy in my life, I swear. Because
have you ever seen Kill Tony? Have you ever watched Kill Tony?
Yeah, it's been a while. I can't think of what it was.
It's a comedy show with Tony Heathcliff. Tony Hinchcliffe. Heathcliff. He has a stand-up comedy show that he runs, and oh my God, we just went on a binge watch. I never knew about Kill Tony. He's been on for like 10 years, and it's amazing. You should watch it on YouTube if you need some laughter, because it's a freaking riot. He just has these new stand-up comics come up, and they have 60 seconds, and oh man, it's funny as hell. So check it out.
Is that like Kill Tony or something now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, that's what my son just went to see those guys in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
He got tickets to go there. He's like, Mom, check this out. Yeah, he was showing me. See, these guys about your age, they're showing me what's funny now. Like, I'm living in the past over here with the funny stuff.
You didn't go? You didn't bring it?
Yeah, he thought it was great. It was, I guess, Joe Rogan actually pushed them to get. Yeah,
well, Joe Rogan actually bought a comedy club now in Houston, not Houston, in Austin, I think is where they are. And so that's where I believe that his show is out of now. But yeah, Joe Rogan pushed them to get going, and that's where Theo Vaughn got his start. A lot of these guys that now have these podcasts all started from there, and then went to the Joe Rogan show, and it's crazy. It's really good comedy.
Yeah, that's what, and I think if Joe Rogan knew about what's going on with this, because he's hinted at it on his different shows, is like, and that's the other thing I was bringing up when he had, who's that, sorry to say, who's that black guy that's been kind of off the wall and everybody say, oh, he's got crazy stories. He was on the show, Cat Stevens. That's what it was.
The one that
And
exposed
they're
everything.
like, hey, let's do something for like charity. What do you think we should do? Yeah, let's do a charity. And they're decided they're going to do some type of charity for autism. I'm thinking, hey, what don't you do about the children? Yeah, how about the autistic children that have been stolen by CPS? How about that?
Or how about the autistic children that CPS creates once they take them out and they get traumatized by these removals, right?
Right. Because that's what I was thinking back to. I don't think my daughter had any delays until 2012 when we were attacked on the roadside by law enforcement, and they're slamming the door on her head. The state troopers pretty much wanting to pull a gun out on my children, and I was thinking about that. I was like, she didn't have any problems until like that. It was like all of a sudden, like she's pretty much stopped right there with her learning. Like she's very smart otherwise. Like any autistic person is very smart, like Elon Musk and stuff. But as far as ABCs and 1, 2, 3,
autistic?
Huh?
Did you say Elon Musk is autistic?
Yes, absolutely.
Really? Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying it all the time. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Wow, I thought you said his son. I've always thought you were talking about his son.
No, yeah.
I've never heard you say he was. Wow, that's crazy.
And
I always thought that you were referring to his son.
That's funny. That little X. That's so funny. They say, and he's the first kid that was running around in the office. Besides when Kennedy's son did it, and wow. I think he's adorable. And I did it though. The other side really wants to twist that around, like there's something bad about that. Like,
God forbid you have a dad that's going to bring his kid to work on a day because he couldn't get a date. I mean, that's a real dad, right? The left doesn't want you to see what a real father is and how fathers really are, that they're compassionate towards their kids and they love their kids and they will bring their kids to work. And that's why they try to get them out of the house so fast. Like they don't want them to have a good role model as a father. And that was just a prime example, like Trump did the same thing with Barron. I mean, it was a little bit separate, but there were multiple times where you saw Barron in the office, when he was in his first term or at the signings and things like that, they're just trying to take the dad out of things. And that was genuine the other day when, they had that, that was one of those moments where they're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? The nanny's late to pick up X or whatever, what are we going to do? Well, he's just going to have to be in the meeting with us. And, they did it, and that was great. That's.
And I think he's very well behaved. I gotta say, for that age, my God. Yeah. My sister just had a story about some kids running around when they went to a restaurant. My kids were always well behaved too, and people would compliment on how well behaved our children were. And
can you imagine your son though? You imagine being Elon Musk's son? Like, what are you going to go to school and be like? My dad has a spaceship, and yours?
Right.
Imagine you want to go to his birthday parties. Like that's the one kid you want to be invited to that birthday party.
Oh my God, that's a.
Anyway, I'm gonna get off of your show now, and I'm done bothering you. So.
No, you don't have to. At least somebody's here. Well, I can't get anybody else to join. Come on, guys. All right, Debbie's always pulling through, and Jonathan, thanks for joining.
Jonathan's starting his show on Sunday.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. I think they start at 6:00 Eastern.
Yeah, I've been starting to get back to it. I'm starting to do some TikToks again until they figure me out. And I sent y'all a TikTok the other day because I'm getting excited about this news coming out. Yeah, fire these sons of bitches from the federal employees. Oh, are they crying about losing their job? I guess he's firing anybody that was hired within the last couple years. And I'm telling you, they're still looking for a director for the FBI. Hey, your director is sitting up in jail because my husband been trying to get into the FBI for how long? And this is probably the real reason why he's locked up is they don't want him getting into this administration. I mean, he was top on these mass shootings. I mean, as far as analyzing and advising on these things. But these people that want to expose crimes within the government, I mean, you can see what the hard time Trump is having, even as president, to try to get rid of these criminals.
Have you ever thought of writing to Trump and asking him to give your husband a pardon?
That's what I'm wondering is, do they only do pardons for? Because I believe me, when I was sitting in prison, I was writing the president then, and President Trump was in there when I was in prison, but I thought that was just for federal crimes. But I don't know,
I think people do whatever President Trump wants to do, to be honest.
Yeah. Exactly, because you got to look at the real picture. And he said, I mean, I think I heard something similar like that. He's not only looking at the thing, he's looking at these state things as well. I mean, because that's really where the problem is. I mean, and that's the other thing. I was talking to this federal attorney, and she's like, "Whoa!" She's like, "You got a Netflix special going on there." She says, "You got to make sure you got your story all like, written down, because I pretty much got most of it like in my head. I do have a bunch written down, but since now I have a whole new story with Chris and me." And that's what I was thinking. These people that just want to keep locking up parents that are trying to expose this crap that's going on with the children. I mean, there's no way this judge would be so paranoid about Chris unless she knows she did something wrong. Okay. Because a judge saying, "Oh, well, I think he's got to get 15 years because she's living in fear." Chris has never shown any violence towards anyone. He sits in his house. He doesn't even like to go outside, let alone go run down to Florida and harm someone. I mean, and like I was reading that thing yesterday that the public defenders or whoever regional counsel did from the beginning of our case. Again, they're wanting to throw up these videos all of our freaking life. I mean, they can't get over his entertainment. I mean, if his entertainment threatens you, change the freaking channel. I mean, it's unbelievable, because like before, all he's doing is that's all he did was criticize what's going on. Okay, he's critical to what I mean, look at the FBI, look at their history. All I don't have to tell you the history of the FBI. Just look at Ruby Ridge and all that. I mean, they don't have a very good history, and they're one failure after the other. So the problem is we got to look to getting somebody in there that's taking charge, and like Trump, you want to fire these people. I'm sorry that your family's going to be out. Guess what? Our families have been out because we can't fucking function because our children we have no idea where they are, and it's like, people can't imagine like that, haven't gone through it. How do you live like every day? Because if your child has passed away, that's a horrible thing, but at least okay, but not knowing, it's like a torture every day of our lives. It's sure torture. What's going on with all right, Samantha's did Samantha have a show? Debbie's wondering if she missed the show. I have no idea, because if so, I missed it too. She's getting to see her grandson and have mandatory meetings on Friday. Great job! Wow, things are working out. Like I say, Debbie's coming in with a lot of good news as far as what's going on with her grandson, and maybe just the fact that Trump's in there and looking into following the money, that maybe these guys are going to straighten up their act that are working for Child Protective Services, DCF, and all that, because they know eventually that money is going to lead to what's going on with these children. So let's pray that this is going to be something that continues to happen, that they're going to start just giving these children back, saying, okay, they're on to us. Okay, that's it. No more. And then we can focus on the people who have already been through this junk where nobody was there to help them for years and years. And then, these things are being exposed. And like I tell you, I don't know, however you want to, if you want to email me, and then I will forward you Miss Wallace's information, because she's not messing around. To tell you guys, she's a federal attorney, and all she's asking for, and she's over 90 years old, so you guys better get to it, because she might not live to see this happen. But she's bound and determined to get this and get these judges fired, and then after the judges are fired, she's going to get the attorneys, all the attorneys that are involved with the case. So what she's looking for is where this happened. I'm talking about dependency court. Okay, we're not dealing with say your separation and you had that going on with your husband or whatever, your wife. Strictly when CPS took control of your kids, and anybody that was in those hearings. And she'd like to know, how many hearings did you have? Like, I can't even keep track of how many hearings I had. I'm going back and trying to figure out. Do y'all remember how many hearings you had, like, throughout your cases? Specifically the dependency case. I do know that, initially my kids were taken on April 4th, 2016. My rights were terminated January 3rd of 2018. I know my TPR was at the beginning of December in 2017. That's not very long to, give you a chance to, fight for your kids. And the thing is that when they threw me in prison after, I'm like, hello, my child is being abused, and I have these pictures of this deplorable conditions. I'm not messing around. You guys want to see? I'll send you those pictures, Darren. It's just a sad situation now. But and then to have a statement from my daughter saying that these people are racist and they don't understand what I'm saying. What are they doing to these kids? It's so horrible. And it reminds me of that Wolverine movie with Laura. Okay. Y'all remember that movie? I can't remember what that was called. I watched it over and over again. In fact, the reason I watched it over and over again is because when I first got to Charlotte County Jail, we were put in a big pod, and that movie played over and over again. I was like, whoa, I know this movie up and down and sideways. But that's what they're doing. It's like an experimentation of our children, like they're lab rats or something. And it's kind of weird to me that, these blue-eyed, dark-haired kids, blue-eyed, blonde-haired kids. I know a lot of people say, they're targeting, African-American, but I'm telling you, I'm finding more and more, unless the African-American community are not coming out with what's going on with their children, which I can understand because, people get embarrassed and stuff like that. But the more and more people that start coming out, they'll know they're not alone and start, watching these things that's going on with Child Protective Services and seeing that parents are coming out speaking, and trying to get the word, seek justice with your families. So P.S. I have blown the whistle to Pierre Blair. I can't say that. They have been asked to look into the whole cases, not only the money. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. With me, it's like, okay, so I have to get this together. Okay, first I had I'm going down the line, and I finally got my email out yesterday. I'm going down the line. First I had the sheriff's son that was destroying my house through the weatherization program. And then since my husband's running for sheriff, all of a sudden on election night and all that, we were arrested after the kids were taken. They kept arresting us, and they were revoke our bond. And the bondman was like, I never seen a judge do that before, revoke your bond, because it was like, that was November. They arrested us in November, and they knew that our criminal case, we were going to have like pre-trial on December 14th. So they literally made us sit in jail for that. It was like 2.5 weeks for me. Chris decided to stay in. So I have that criminal case with marijuana, which caused the abduction of my children. I have They took my car as well as my children, my Jeep Patriot. Oh, they couldn't stand the fact that I had a Jeep Patriot. It was like, look, you guys, I'm getting tropical here. I brought all my plants in because it's freezing here in southern Louisiana. Good Lord. Yeah, it's just like, try to keep this stuff straight. I mean, you have to do it. And with all the technology now, they're making my son's like, it's easy. You can just do it. You put it all in one thing on your phone. Yeah, I still struggle. I don't like to let them know how much I struggle with this stuff, but at least I'm getting some emails out there. And I have a problem too, is like, how to, like, I want to connect like something like to an email, and I have really a lot of trouble with copy and pasting. It's been a struggle. Anyways, after months, everything has been changing. Yeah, that's true. See, I know you've been going through it for a while, Debbie. It's been, and it's not been easy. I can't even imagine how, you feel as a grandma. Like, I was talking to my sister the other day, and she's got two kids or whatever, that are her grandchildren. One of them is the same age as my son Chris, which Chris is the same age as Barron. Every time I see Barron, I'm like, whoa, look at what a wonderful, beautiful man he's become. And just makes me wonder, how Chris looks and how he is, because same age as Barron Trump. And all the things they coulda, shoulda, woulda. Let me see. What else you guys saying? You got a Zoom. Oh, so the Zoom has to do with the stuff you got going on. This is a good thing, John. I'm glad to see people are having success with all this stuff. It's really wonderful to see. It's sometimes you have to watch yourself, because sometimes I'm like, I see a little family, going in and celebrating a holiday or something like that, and it's almost like you get that jealousy, like, wow, it's good, nice that they have that, but you're very envious and wish you had that. But like I say, I just get back into, I got to give it to God, because at this point, that's really my only avenue is, like I say, trying to get, not only, working so hard on your cases, like I know you guys do. You work so hard on everything, but you definitely got to take time to remember, take time for yourself. Like I say, find something funny to watch. Watch some comedy stand-ups. I've been doing that too. Theo Vaughn, I like that. Theo Vaughn's got a story too. He's climbed up out of a pretty crappy life. Who else did that? Jim Carrey. He used to work at a video store, and his parents were living in a car. So that goes to show you, with perseverance, you guys can make something. You can make something. You can make a difference. And if making people laugh is your thing to do, that's a good way in, because everybody's going to need a laugh or some comedy now and again. But then you could start getting into, like, who's the other guy, that British guy, that he used to do a bunch of comedy, and now he's getting serious about what's going on in the country and stuff like that. How come I can't think of his name? He did yeah, it's gonna drive me crazy. I hate that when I can't think of something. What is with this name? Pierre, and don't get me started on Pierre, because Chris is one of his ancestors who fought the duration of Revolutionary War was I think it was Pierre Cambron with the extra NE, and he actually fought alongside Napoleon and was his most trusted confidant. The thing is that he was famous for saying shit on the British, and was the most outspoken in the Revolutionary War. So there you go. I mean, you want to go down in history as somebody that crawled up into your little hole and didn't want to come out because things have gone bad for you. No, you want to get out there and you want to make history, and you want to persevere and get your children and just don't ever stop fighting. That's all I have to say. I don't want to run into Darren's got something going on in about 15 minutes, so we could wrap it up whenever you guys want, because I don't want to.
You got 20 minutes. You got 20 minutes here.
All right. But we got the freedom fighter over here, and that's what I'm saying. I turn my God forbid if anybody's listening that wants to throw down my new TikTok, that's what I'm calling it, freedom. It is reminds me of again, why doesn't anybody reach out to these what's going on? I haven't heard anything about this little group they got together with John Boyd, Mel Gibson, and who else?
Yes.
Sylvester Stallone.
Wow.
They're supposed to have an office at the White House, right? So that's what I'm saying is why don't we make contact these heroes on the big screen and get them to be heroes in real life and help us get our kids back? Because how many movies have you seen where they're going in and rescuing kids and stuff like that, where they're stopping human trafficking? And I mean, let's get real. Where do they get these ideas from? Because it's really happening, man. It's real. So let's make it real. We gotta get our kids back because I'm getting damn sick of this. Oh, Russell Brand, there you go. Thank you. He knew who I was talking about. Russell Brand. I always liked him. He played. They did a remake of that one movie. Maybe you could help me with that. Oh, Mr. Bean. I don't know about that. Jim Brewer. Oh, you're talking about funny people. I get you. Right. He's talking about funny people. That's good. Yeah, I love Jim Brewer. I do. I like who is that other guy that little guy? I like what's that guy? A lot of people that I like did come from Saturday Night Live. Like, of course, Chris Farley. I mean, that's a sad situation. You might know him, watch that everywhere. And that was something I predicted. I was watching Saturday Night Live and watching him like huffing and puffing after doing one of his skits. I'm like, this guy is dying. And sure enough, whoa, he did after I said that. That was weird. But I love that. I love Phil Hartman. I mean, he did some really funny stuff. Currently, that one guy that used to play do the baby on Saturday Night Live. I don't even know what his name is. He was funny. Like he'd be like an adult, but he'd be acting like a baby at the table. That was funny. And you know who else I like? I like that. Who's that one girl? That was she was on Parks and Recreation.
The blonde girl.
Huh?
The blonde girl there. The blonde girl that's in all of them.
I'm talking about the dark-haired girl. Her name is. Just had her husband died. Like they were just talking about that. How she announced that when they did that the SNL music thing. And or it could have been on SNL, just a regular show, but she introduced Miley Cyrus, who was singing, they say Nothing Compares to You. And Aubrey something. Her name is Aubrey. But anyway, she's very funny. And in anything she's been in, there was a movie I seen not too long ago. She's always like, she just have this, some people just have that character that is always funny. They're not even trying. They just have this character just makes you laugh. Like no matter if you're being real. Huh?
Like you.
It's Aubrey Plaza. That's what it was. Look it up. I love her. But yeah, as they say, her husband committed suicide. I mean, that's got to be rough.
Oh, unalived.
That was bad. But like I say, she is like I said, she's coming up on this show. She's doing all this stuff to persevere. I mean, you've got to do that. You've got to continue. And you've got to move on because everybody is counting on you. Your kids are counting on you. You have to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Right.
saying Aubrey Hepburn. What? What are you talking about? Aubrey Hepburn. Is there a Aubrey Hepburn? It's Audrey Hepburn, I believe. That's somebody that I mean, it's before my time even. Who else do we like? That's what Chris tried to do. He tries to do some comedy. Look what happened to him. No, it's like that's what I was thinking about. Somebody's talking about. Remember when I think it was PlayStation first came out, where they had that game, Twisted Metal. I mean, to me, games are a good escape from the reality. And of course, there's a lot of people coming in. Oh, does your child suffer from this condition that happens when people play too many video games? Come on, guys. Video games is not the problem. Okay, I can tell you that whenever there's a video game out from way back, my kids, my oldest ones that are doctors now, they were always on those video games. And I heard from, this is something I heard from Joe Rogan, is somebody that was on there saying that they're starting to have this program where if you're a surgeon, they're going to require you to play video games because it's good for your mental health. They're going to try to turn that around, saying it's not good for your health. I mean, look at how many games I found on my phone saying, help prevent dementia by, just playing these little video games even on your phone. So, and it's a good way now that they got Discord and all that. You can interact with people all over the country playing this one video game. I mean, they got Halo came back. My son's playing something now. He said it's something, a Marvel thing. In fact, I'm going to go over there. I'm actually going over there today. His friend is down from Arkansas, and I'm going to take off from there tomorrow. But I'm going to check out this video game, and that's what I was doing for Chris. They're playing some game, and that's what Chris likes to do. Okay, that's what is his escape, is playing some video games with his son online with his doctor friends. I mean, they're including my husband in on that, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Anything you hear about this video game crap, sorry, I don't believe it. That's my opinion. You can take it or leave it. Video games are a good thing. I'll tell you what's a bad thing is them stealing our kids. My younger kids too, they were all playing what was that, Warhammer. I mean, there's such a list of games. You could everything. They got the Dungeons and Dragons type, if you like a slower paced game, and you can dress up your little character or whatever. And you can, again, you want to be the hero, right? You want to be the hero in everything you do, and that's what I'm saying. We're going to turn this into reality, guys, and we're going to be the heroes that get these judges arrested. And again, Darren, my email is brendacambron91@gmail.com. If you guys are interested in getting your information to this federal attorney, let me know, because they are looking for people. This is not a class action suit, y'all. I mean, eventually, when the kids are returned, there will be money that will be paid, but this is not a class action suit. This is arresting the judges who committed these crimes, because it is a federal crime.
Is it Brenda Cambron at 91?
It's just Brenda Cambron 91.
Yeah.
At gmail.com.
Okay. We'll
yeah. And if you contact me, I will give you the email for Miss Wallace if you guys are serious. They don't want people that aren't serious about this. Okay. If you want to move forward, all you got to do is, send in what they're asking.
Brenda, what is it exactly? What is it exactly what's going on here?
Like I say, I've been trying to get Wendy on so she can say it. And Pam Bachman, she also, she's the one that helped in spreading this information. I will send you, like I say, I talked with her and I actually taped some of the conversation. What I'll do is I'll go over my recordings, and because I'm not so good with my memory and stuff like that. But what she's saying is, this attorney is saying this. She's been in it since 1984 was her first case, and all she did was work on these dependency cases, and that's why she's saying that there are federal laws. She's been in it as long enough to know that they're breaking federal laws by what they're doing and keep taking and keeping our children. And that's why she wants all the names of everyone that was in that courtroom. Anytime that everyone that was in that courtroom when you're going for your dependency case, she wants those names because all these people committed these crimes. The attorneys, even if you know, whatever, if you're court appointed, most people had court appointed officers on their case because nobody could afford it. And that's why it's targeting, you know, they're targeting people that don't have a lot of money. So that's no surprise. And like, I don't know, but they're talking like, I know that, you know, Wendy, she's got some conspiracies going on and stuff. But I mean, Wendy's a good way to get through to Miss Wallace as well. Pam Bachman, she's a good way to get through to Miss Wallace as well. But if they're looking for people in every state, all 50 states, it's only going to help her case better. Okay, if we get somebody from each state at least. I mean, I know we have tons of people in Florida that are already signing up for this. And all they're asking is, she's not asking for any money, y'all. She's just asking for your case and all that, and has big aspirations to get this done. And they're saying after the judges are arrested, the attorneys are arrested, then we're going to start being able to get our kids back. And I mean, these are, I think it's mostly, they want to know if you have an active case, or how long your case was, how many hearings did you have in your dependency case. Just like I say, they don't want to get into the details of your story because nobody's got time for that. I mean, that's, in fact, if you want to have your story, Pam is getting together. She's making a book of everybody's stories, and she's saying, I will also, Darren, I'll send you her email as well, because she's saying like a 1 page a person. She says at the most 3 pages. And with me, she's saying I'm going to have to do, because my story, like then you can get into your story a little bit. But my story, I mean, I got one with Chris now is a different story, the kid's story. And how about my story of trying to rescue the children, Sage? So
Jesus, you gotta put that into 3 pages.
So the limit is 3 pages. She's hoping that anybody could get it in like 1 and 2 pages. And then she's making a book. She's putting all that together for a book. And then she also had some type of interview on the show. She sent me a link to that. So I'm going to find out what's going on with hers, because maybe they want more people to do these interviews, because you didn't see her face or anything, but the interviewers were up there. They were doing this live thing, and she sent me the link to that, and was like, they posted it on X and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it's something through X or Rumble. So that I thought that was interesting.
We are on Rumble.
I don't know, like, because I signed up for Rumble, but I don't like really know how to like look at my post or anything if I go there. That's the same thing problem I have with X. Like, I've been having things that hadn't been posted on X either. I can't figure out what's going on with that, because I thought that was all like freedom of speech and stuff. But usually I'll just like, if I'm posting something, I'll throw it up on X. Let me see. I know I had Rumble on here. I haven't even checked it out for a while though.
Yeah, we are on Rumble as well.
Okay.
So we, I believe. I mean, I know I have us on there. I don't know whether it, because I think that we're just getting old, Brenda.
You're not old. I mean, how old are you, Darren?
I'm 47.
47. Whoa, I thought you were like early 40s there. All right, no, you're older than I thought. Well, you're looking good for your age. Okay?
Well, thank you. This is what good looks like. I say that
Yeah.
all the time to my wife.
So I'm pretty excited, guys. I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go on with my sons later. I'm making him all kinds of food for him and his
What are you
friend.
making?
I'm making, y'all know what chicken paprikash is?
Nope.
It's Hungarian. My grandma used to make it. It's like dumplings with the reason they call it paprikash is paprika. It's like a sour cream sauce that you put paprika in. It looks orange, and you put the chicken in there. Oh my god, it's so good! Like it was always my favorite as a kid. I made egg rolls also. I made them last night, so I'm ready to go.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, I like to cook, and my son likes to eat. So there you go.
But you know what? You should do that. You should put like have one of your episodes put up some of your favorite recipes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because me and Chris always want to do a food truck, and that's what.
Yeah, that'd be excellent. I think you should do that.
And I'm thinking of painting my Cadillac. I bought that Cadillac. It's a 2000 from Melissa. And I'm thinking of painting my own thing on the side. And also, like, I'm thinking not only advertising for food, but doing something like CPS, hunting for
Oh
justice,
yeah.
like that. I mean,
You
I'll be driving this thing around and getting the word.
Oh my gosh! Anybody, if you can't get to that first, someone's got to make us a CPS hunting justice vehicle. Someone, please. That would be
Oh,
amazing. Wouldn't it be amazing?
do it. And
Yeah, let's
Melissa
do
said if
it.
I brought that truck down there, she would give me a paint job so I can like see, because it's all white right now. I
Right.
mean, I've been looking into like how they do the stencils, and also they have these acrylic markers that you can make it really pop. I was
Oh
watching
yeah.
somebody did the whole do a whole food truck, and you can do that for whatever you want. Whatever you want to advertise, it'd be cool. And I like art too. I'm pretty good at art. In fact, when I was in jail, I used to make money on making people birthday cards and stuff like that. Oh
That's
my
funny.
god! Yeah, I
Oh,
got
gee.
back into it, and then yeah, drawing pictures and stuff. That's pretty much what I did when I had to sit in the jail, was draw again, which I hadn't done since high school. But in high school, I
Right.
was good, and I finally figured out I'm still good at it. So.
Heck
And
yeah.
if like I have a picture, like I can draw it, like I can free draw it real easy if I just look at it. I can draw a picture of like your kid. If you have a picture of your kid, I can draw it.
No way,
Like,
really? You're like a real artiste.
yeah, Chris was too. Chris was really good. That was my favorite thing. I used to get in trouble in art class though. Like
You
I
know, I used to paint. I used to be a really good painter until they took Nina from us, and then I stopped. I stopped painting completely. We used to paint together. We used to paint. I used to paint some really big pictures, like mountains and really cool things. And then I haven't painted since they took her. I
yeah,
stopped.
see,
And once they took her, that was it. I gave up.
that's how Chris is. Chris has, like I say, certain games that he played with the kids. He can't play
Yep.
those. It's like freaks him out.
Yeah. I can't
Um,
either.
and especially like this one room we made for the kids back at the house in Florida. We made this whole room where we put like a gas oven in there, where we made pizzas and stuff from scratch, and then it had their kites up in there, and
Mhm.
their racetrack, and all the shelves had all their stuff on it. It was like we made that room for them. It was a crappy little
What
shed.
awful parents you are! That is terrible. How dare you?
Mm.
How dare you take your kids to make
And
them,
that's
number
That's
one?
why I freaked out. Like I say, Darren, I'm gonna send you the link to this house, how it looked when we sold it in 2018. And when I
Yep.
went back there this past summer, where this guy's telling lies about me, that house was completely gutted. I mean, it was a beautiful two-story home. How does that happen? Like, so weird. They got weird shit going on there in Dixie County, and with their emptied out school buses and stuff like that. It's very strange. Like that one person said when the reporter was at the end of P. Diddy's driveway and the neighbor was pulling out, and he's like, what about all the children they're bussing in here at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yep.
And Yeah. So,
Oh,
all right. Yeah, you guys, we're after time. All right, let's go. All right. Thank you very much for joining the
I'm
show.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry to do this so abruptly. I apologize, but thank you very much, Brenda, for doing this with us.
All right. Thank
So,
you.
yeah, guys, stay tuned for the Vinny show later on today. And for the rest of the stuff. But I got to go because that's the boss calling me. So,
All right. All right.
thank you very much, Brenda.
Brenda's husband locked away in chains. 15 years of struggle and pain. Kids taken away by a faceless form. She rises up in the darkest storm. Her voice touches hearts in a broken state. Podcast waves spark their fight and fate. Brenda's strength like a blazing fire. Inspire the lost to lift their desire. Brenda's cry echoes loud and clear. A warrior's heart, no room for fear. Stand up tall, let no one bring you down. In her voice, their freedom found. Government shadows, secrets untold. Brenda's story, fierce and bold. She helps others break their chains. Together they rise from the ashes of pain. Her husband waits behind iron bars, but Brenda knows they'll reach the stars. Oh, her love unyielding, a beacon bright in the silence of the night. Brenda's cry echoes loud and clear. A warrior's heart, no room for fear. Stand up tall, let no one bring you down. In her voice, their freedom found. Brenda's cry echoes loud and clear. A warrior's heart, no room for fear. Stand up tall, let no one bring you down. In her voice, their freedom found. Freedom found.